ability to set the tone for this Lou City team. If there's a player who can help guide them out of this slump, it is Davila. You see it on the screen there, second among USL central midfielders in touch share, taking 12.1% of Lou City's touches. Just about everything for this team runs through Taylor Davila.
So watch 8 in the middle. They'll be wearing the white tonight at 38th and Washington. Well, we got an exciting one, 90 minutes away from the World Cup, 90 minutes left before we hit the World Cup in the USL. Tonight's match in the USL Championship is brought to you in part by Carvana. It's week 15. It's the final match before the World Cup, and Phoenix Rising is back home in the Valley of the Sun to take on one of the top teams in the East, Louisville City. I want to welcome you high atop the pitch here at 38th and Washington. My name is Killian McClatchy. Joining me, as always, it is my partner, Joe Lowry. Joe, excited. World Cup is about 24 hours away, a little bit less now, but we still got 90 minutes of a really good match coming up behind us tonight.
It is, and it's going to be a huge opportunity for Phoenix Rising to continue some strong home form. Took care of business against Sac Republic last time out at 38th in Washington, and now have a sort of wounded Lou City team. Pamadou Ka referred to this group as a wounded animal. Sometimes, though, those are the most dangerous.
They certainly are. This is the Louisville City team struggling like they haven't struggled before in club history. We'll talk about that a little bit. We're going to start with the Circle K players to watch. It's the man who's tied for the league leading goals with 8. It's Isan Sako.
Yeah, Isan Sako is so effective in that game against Sacramento. In that match, used on the right wing, which is what we saw him for a lot of last season. Most of his production, though, has come through the middle so far this season.
Yeah,
no worries. Okay.
Left before we hit the World Cup in the USL Championship. It's a rematch of the City coming up next. Tonight's match in the USL Championship is brought to you by Carvana. It's week 15 and Phoenix Rising back home in the Valley of the Sun to take on one of the top teams in the East. It's Louisville City FC. I want to welcome you high atop the pitch here at 38th in Washington. As always, Killian McClatchy, Joe Lowry. The last one, the USL nightcap before the World Cup kicks off tomorrow. I know you're excited. We're going to wait. We'll talk plenty about the World Cup because we got a really good one back here tonight behind us.
Very much so. Teams that have gotten to know each other in big games over the years. Two teams really looking to get their feet under them in league play. This is going to be a good one.
Certainly, this is a Louisville City team struggling like they haven't really struggled before as a club. Phoenix Rising, on the other hand, trying to right the ship and build some momentum as they go into the second half of the season. We're going to start with our Circle K players to watch. We'll start with the man. He's up at the top of the league in terms of goals. It's 8 with Isan Sako.
Yeah, Isan Sako has done it from a couple of different spots. In his last start for Phoenix Rising, Sako was used on the right wing. It looks like he'll be back up top as the lone number 9 for Phoenix Rising tonight. That is where the majority, Killian, of his production has come from this year. Regardless, though, of where he's been positioned by Pamaduka, he has been effective.
A brace last time out, both goals from the penalty spot in that 2-0 win over Sacramento Republic. Over on the other side for this Louisville City team, as we said, they've been struggling a little bit, but this guy right in the middle, it's the motor, it's the reigning player of the year in the USL Championship, Taylor Davila.
Yeah, Davila is just his ability to set the tone for this Lou City team. If there's a player who can help guide them out of this slump, it is Davila. You see it on the screen there, second among USL central midfielders in touch share, taking 12.1% of Lou City's touches. Just about everything for this team runs through Taylor Davila.
So watch 8 in the middle. They'll be wearing the white tonight at 38th and Washington. Well,
You seem upset. Turns out you were right. Our car was breaking down and we did need a new one with a loan from America First Credit Union. Me saying there was no hurry and to wait was wrong. Hey, on the bright side, we got to meet Huey.
Get your money working with our low-rate auto loans. Now, with no payments for 90 days.
You're looking at Carvana's newest and proudest customer. So proud that we're teaming up to create Shackvana.
We are? We are.
Shackvana will be 100% online so customers can shop from anywhere.
That's so Shackvana.
About time you caught up. On Shackvana.com, customers can shop tens of thousands of vehicles.
Love it.
And they'll get 7 days to love their ride or their money back. Visit Shackvana or Carvana and buy your car today.
When you trust your heart to Abrazo Health, you're choosing a team who have dedicated their lives helping to save yours.
You're choosing physicians, medical assistants, and providers who commit their lives to understanding every connection and hearing the whole person.
We are here for every heartbeat, from preventative diagnostic testing
to performing complex, life-saving heart surgeries.
We believe heart care is more than just treatment. It's a journey we take together.
Su equipo estará perdiendo, pero ella siente que está ganando. De hecho, se siente tan bien que la gente se está preguntando:
¿qué está pasando aquí?
¿Qué está pasando? Que fue a Metro y ahorró. Se llevó 4 líneas por solo $25 cada una. Y 4 teléfonos nuevos Samsung Galaxy A17 5G gratis. Se siente bien cuando tu dinero da para más. Solo en Metro.
This broadcast of the USL Championship is brought to you in part by Carvana, ASMC, and America First Credit Union. Almost ready to go for the last match in the USL Championship, where everybody gets all locked and loaded for the World Cup. Killian McClatchy, Joe Lowry. We're going to start off with the starting lineups for these two sides. we get ready to go, this Louisville City team coming in currently 4th place, coming into the night with 17 points in the East. And here are the 11 that Simon Bird sends to the pitch.
Yeah, we talked about Taylor Davila in midfield, number 8. He is going to be the metronome for this team. Zach Duncan, though, another high-quality midfielder, missed a lot of last season due to injury. Now in his 2nd year at Lou City, that double pivot, Killian, perhaps the best in all of the USL Championship.
Yeah, certainly keep an eye on that midfield. And Mukpele Akale, a familiar face for Rising fans, starting up there on the right side. Keep an eye out for him. He tends to play pretty well against this Rising club. Over on the other side for Pamodukai, here's the 11. He sends a couple changes, a little bit of an interesting look tonight, Joe, from Pa.
Yeah, the real tactical shift here from Pamodukai, seeing JP Steers as the right back. That shifts Colin Smith higher up on that right wing. It is a more defensive 11 from Pamodukai tonight. Likely looking at Lou City, thinking about the firepower that they have all across that squad. Yeah, the form hasn't been there for Louisville City, but Phoenix Rising responding, I think, wisely with a little bit more of a conservative approach in terms of personnel tonight.
Certainly have some options on the bench this evening as well. I think notably no Gunnar Studenhoft. We've seen him starting the last few matches as these two sides get ready to go. There's Isan Sako, currently tied for the league lead in the Golden Boot race. 8 goals. As we said, he had that brace last week against Sacramento Republic. Right here, there is Pamodukai in his 2nd season at the helm here in Phoenix. Going to try and push his club a little bit further up the standings in the West. Currently, they sit in 4th with 16 points, still unbeaten in league play. Here at 38th in Washington, we are underway to the USL Nightcap on this Wednesday evening. Want to thank you for spending some of your night with us wherever you may be. Rising donning the all-black top to bottom. Louisville City in the red as a ball played. Looking for Colin Smith, pressing a little bit higher up. Ball's taken away. Rodrigo Albuquerque, head referee for tonight. Rakowski comes off of his line and scoops it up at the edge of the 18. And while we have a quick second, we'll give you tonight's Lowry's Lowdown presented by Peoria Nissan.
Yeah, for Phoenix Rising, it's all about, again, staying focused when they are defending in a man-to-man fashion. We have seen this Rising squad defend man-to-man, really especially as the season has come into the summer here. They've gone aggressive and really pressed high. What can happen, though, if you lose your matchup is that all of a sudden the entire scheme is broken. Rising, especially against a team as good as Lou City, cannot afford to make those kinds of mistakes. And then for Louisville City, this is a team that has changed up their approach under Simon Bird, interim manager since Danny Cruz departed from Minnesota United. They've held a lot more of the ball, which means they need to defend in transition and be sharper in that phase of play.
Ball looking over the top for Sacco on the left side. Biasi a bit too strong. I like the look of it. However, as we take a look at these two sides, we mentioned this is a Louisville City team. They come in, they've gone 5 winless in a row. The last time they did that was all the way back in 2018. As we mentioned, this is a rematch of the 2018 final. Louisville City ultimately walked away 1-0, was able to put that 2nd star up above the crest to go back-to-back in the league. But something in unprecedented waters, they can't come away with a result tonight. It could be 6 in a row for the first time in club history. It's a long run trying to cross. And knocking it down was Vukovic. It's going to roll out and be the first corner of the night.
And you mentioned, Killian, that winless streak for Lou City. I mean, it is absolutely astonishing how many years they have been so successful in the USL Championship. As you see the availability report there, no Josh Jones and Kevin Lambert, real spine players here for Lou City. And then a host of names for Phoenix Rising as well. Hope Aveyevu came up with a little bit of a knock before the cup game against New Mexico United, and so he is not available today. Lou City have been so dominant for so long that any blip for them feels a little bit like the rug has just absolutely come out from under them.
First Carvana corner kick of the night. This one swung in off the left foot and headed away by Phoenix. Damian Rivera comes flying in and gets his foot to it first.
Yeah, I love you point out Damian Rivera there, Killian. His first start for Phoenix Rising since August of last year. Such a relief, I'm sure, for him to be back in the 11 tonight for Pamodukai. And for Pamodukai, without Aveyevu now unavailable, to get someone who can play on that left side, a very different profile of player. But clearly Phoenix's best 1v1 attacker. It's good to see him back on the field.
Rivera missed a majority of last year and then a large portion of the early stretch this season with some lower body injuries, but Rising glad to have him back and fit and available to be in the starting 11. Morsu plays it back out.
Yeah, and Rivera changes the calculation of how Phoenix set up in possession. We talked about JP Skiers playing as a nominal right back tonight. He'll defend as a right back in possession. He will at times stay deeper and become that third center back that we've often seen Colin Smith occupying that role.
Gomez tries to swing it to Damian Rivera. Knocked back out Sacco. Sacco wants a look from distance, and it's knocked away. Kind of knuckled on the keeper. As Akale gets his foot down, pressure still on, and Louisville City able to finally clear it away. Now trying to press on the counterattack, and a bit too far. Chris Donovan unable to get there. Good bit of 1-2 play between Gilberto Rivera and Morsu.
And again on this near side, you're seeing a similar possession structure for Rising with that temporary 3 at the back in possession that becomes a 4 back in defense, but it's Rivera who's holding the width on this left side as opposed to Luke Biasi. Biasi, the left back tonight, he's going to drift all the way central. We're seeing him join that box midfield sort of opposite Diego Gomez. There's going to be a lot of fluidity on this left side in a different way than we see when Hope Aveyevu's on the field.
Something, if you watch the last few matches from Phoenix Rising, last few matches of Luke Biasi, not really much of a surprise to see him all over the place.
Yeah, very much so. Biasi popped up in an actual central midfield role in that USL Cup game against New Mexico United last time out. Wasn't necessarily expected to get that start, but does end up getting it nonetheless. Phoenix team trying to get back to fitness and some different players in different roles, but I do think killing this left-sided dynamic of Rivera and Biasi, this is something that we could see play out quite a bit for the rest of this season.
Bemar Boy. Biasi gets his head first to it. Not able to knock it to one of his teammates as Akale comes all the way back to get it. Only Akale, ton of fun to watch out on the pitch on a nightly basis. First season with Louisville City after spending the last few with New Mexico United. Biasi wants to take the throw quickly, looking for Isan Sacco, but cleared away. Back to Akale. Biasi goes in aggressively, and we'll see if it's going to be an early yellow, and it will be. Yellow card out of the pocket for Luke Biasi.
Yeah, Biasi goes in awfully hard there. Trying to set some sort of tone early on in this game, but it's unnecessary there from the Phoenix left back. Akale does well to stand strong and take that challenge. Gives his side a little bit of an early edge. Now there's going to be opportunity killing to see how that battle progresses all night long. Akale and Biasi both on this near side. Akale, player that Phoenix Rising fans know well from his time out in the Southwest at New Mexico United. He's somebody who can go 1v1. Very tricky player, great first touch. Is a good fit for this more possessive edition of Lou City that we've seen under Simon Bird.
Sean Tosh puts his foot through it and a shove from behind, an easy whistle. That was Taylor Davila with the foul from behind on the opposing 8, Diego Gomez.
Yeah, a little bit of back and forth. Hey, Taylor Davila says, you're not going to do that to my guy. I'm going to do it back. Good early stuff tonight, Killian.
Morsu back for Colin Smith. Boy over for Vukovic. No Adrian Pelayo once again tonight for Phoenix Rising, so that back line patched together a little bit, at least at the center back position, with Vukovic working his way back as Morsu shoulders off Davila to keep the ball. Vukovic back for Boyd.
And Phoenix Rising, again, continuing to be so fluid in possession. Biasi now is in the right half space. Diego Gomez, who started in that spot, has drifted all the way to the left. Rivera's tucked inside. Can be difficult for any defensive setup to actually react to those sorts of interchanges, but also can be difficult in turn for Rising when they lose possession to figure out how to organize their structure.
Biasi for Skiers. Skiers tries to cross one low all the way across the face of goal. Nobody was there to receive it. Damian Rivera looked like he either got himself tripped up or just slipped trying to come through. But a dangerous look, first one of the night for Phoenix.
Yeah, it is that fluidity paying off. Biasi popping up all the way on the right side, finding Skiers who'd push forward on the right side. All sorts of players popping up in unusual spots for Rising tonight.
Fans, be sure you tune in to the CBS Sports Network on Saturday, June 20th for a thrilling USL Championship Western Conference Showdown as sparks will fly when Las Vegas Lights takes on an electric Orange County SC at 10:30 Eastern. Catch all the action on the CBS Sports Network June 20th.
And you can see Phoenix Rising their first real chance to engage that man-to-man press. Forces a long ball from Danny Fondes. Phoenix do well to win it in advanced possession. Curious to see tonight how Lou City try to navigate that press. When they do build up in their own third, do they see opportunities to play short, or is it more those direct passes? And if so, who can win those second balls?
Biasi will toss it in for Vukovic. We were talking a little bit before the match tonight, Joe, and even in the past few days leading up to this one, it's kind of funny. You look at these two teams, and especially this Louisville City team, you can see on paper, obviously, they're very good. You watch them on tape, you've mentioned that they look very good. They just haven't been able to find the results, but there's a lot of similarities between this team and this Phoenix Rising team from a year ago. They score a lot, but they seem to let in a lot of goals too.
Yeah, a lot of goals. That's the summary for this Lou City team, which has made it a great watch. And we know Phoenix Rising are capable of having something similar happen even in 2026. It is odd with Lou City.
Poor pass taken away. Donovan trying to outrace Papamar Boy. Boy able to hold on as a mistake from the young captain.
Yeah, it is Lou City, a team that, again, by the eye test and even by the underlying numbers, are a really strong team this year. But the results haven't been there. That 5-game winless stretch in league play that we referenced already. The bizarre thing, though, is that their underlying numbers show that they are actually better than their 73-point pace from last season. So they are just underperforming really in both boxes. Goalkeeping has been a bit of a struggle for this team after the departure of Damian Loss. It's been a little bit of a rotating cast there. And it is Fondes tonight. And then the finishing in the final third has been poor for this group as well. But everything happening between the boxes has been very high level to my eye and by the data as well this year.
JP Skeers a little slow to get up as he took that one right to the stomach. Get ready and get set up for a second corner kick. And it is brought to you by Carvana. Score big when you sell your car. Go to Carvana.com and get a real offer in just seconds. This one swung in, moving towards the near post. A lot of contact near the box as Rakowski catches it and wants to go quickly. Played out, Gomez being chased from behind, has to wait, tries a little back heel flick over for Smith. Rivera on the right wing. That's Damian Rivera. Damian walks it forward at Gilberto Rivera. Gilberto Rivera wants to go for goal, but an easy one right at Danny Fondes, who makes the catch.
Yeah, Fondes, a player to keep an eye on tonight, a veteran. Certainly, he looked a little rusty on that first shot-stopping attempt earlier in this half, spilled it. Lou City need better goalkeeping tonight.
Akale, good find. Opportunity as Rakowski punches it away into the stands. That was the other Davila, Evan Davila, who got his first opportunity, but the German Rakowski parried it away.
Well, and that's how quickly Lou City can turn nothing into something. Doesn't end up being a really dangerous strike from Evan Davila there, but how quickly they get forward in the attack. Even as this team has become more possessive, they are still able to turn the game on a dime with the best of them.
Third corner kick of this first half for Lou City. Everybody waiting, figuring out where they want to go. Finally, put in. That one sent towards the center of the box. It was a clear-headed chance, but not on goal.
And those set pieces, Killian, certainly something to watch for Louisville City tonight. Aiden McFadden, the right wing back, is able to get up there. You have a couple of big center backs in Sean Tosh and Kyle Adams, and some real size in the forward line as well. And even in midfield, a Lou City team that can be very dangerous in those dead ball moments.
Boy sends one forward. Adams lowers his head. It goes right over him. As now Sacco takes a shove from behind and will draw the foul. Heady a little bit of play from the Frenchman Sacco. Might have leaned into that one just a bit.
Yeah, he's certainly waiting for it, right? Anticipating that contact, but it is savvy. Savvy work from the first versatile forward.
Damian Rivera working on McFadden, elects to peel it back out. Vukovic. Not a boy. Vukovic waiting for somebody to make some moves. Skiers tries to send one through. Good first touch by Gomez, but his pass is intercepted. He was looking for Smith making a run. Gomez aggressive. One after Evan Davila and ends up bringing him to ground. Go quickly. McFadden comes across, heads it for Akale, tries to get it right back. Vukovic goes right through the back of Akale, an easy whistle for the head referee. Tosh waiting to get this one back underway, and there it goes. Taylor Davila takes some contact by Rivera, and that's going to be in a dangerous spot. It'll essentially be a short corner. Davila didn't like the contact. They'll set up this free kick opportunity.
And how clever from Taylor Davila there. Just a little touch around the edge there of Gili Rivera. Rivera, a little slow to react there. Such savvy play from Davila, even in a spot that he's not quite as comfortable in, all the way up on that right wing. Much more at his best in a central area where he can really pull strings for this Louisville City team. He is so skilled with that touch.
Zach Duncan comes over to Davila, but he ushers him a little bit further away. Davila readies. This one going towards the back post, made it all the way through. Nobody touched it. And it's going to be a throw-in for Phoenix at that far side. Rising fans, it's back by popular demand and for just $20 per ticket. You can purchase your Modelo night out to any Rising game this season. Receive one supporter's ticket, one 16-ounce Modelo, and now one Modelo boot. Buy your Modelo night out tickets today at phxrisingfc.com. This one sent forward. Donovan in behind. Donovan, tight angle and a kick save. And now Akale was right there. Vukovic had his back turned to Akale and just don't think he knew that he was there.
Well, that's the second mistake in that sequence for Phoenix, but the first is the throw-in. So wasteful there from Rising. You can see immediately finds the foot of a Lou City player. And it's an easy box entry for Chris Donovan. And then Vukovic almost loses his balance, caught between the idea of shielding the ball for Pat Rakalski or just clearing it himself, ends up doing neither in that initial play.
Another corner kick, that one right to the head of Skiers, who leaps up and gets it before it enters a dangerous spot. Davila avoids more soup. Back for Taylor Davila. This one crossed. Roberto Rivera. Akale, great first touch, keeps possession. McFadden back to Akale. Akale, boy is he fun to watch with the ball at his feet. Back at it, Bukwele Akale, and he gets taken to ground. Wants to go quickly, and he'll hold up for at least a moment as he's got the big Vukovic right in front of him.
And Phoenix just have to settle here. Lou City winning all of these little battles in the midfield. Rising also just a little sloppy, especially on those dead ball moments. It's been a little bit of tough sledding for Phoenix over the last few minutes. Haven't had a chance to really settle on the ball and push play into the other side of the field.
So you got Davila, Duncan. Well, as McFadden all hanging around that ball. Have to imagine it'll be that left foot of Taylor Davila. Hasn't found the goal-scoring column just yet this season. Reigning Player of the Year, scored 4 a year ago. Rakovsky setting up the wall. Now more Sue. All pushing and shoving down there. Right on the edge of the 18. So Davila setting this one up. Davila going to take it, go for goal. It hits the wall and knocked away. Colin Smith first to it. Smith will turn, trying to alleviate a little bit of the pressure. It's been all Lou City for the past 5 or so minutes. opportunity on the breakaway. Damian Rivera, lovely touch. Sacco gets it with some room. He's got Morsu in the box, tries to cross, took a bit of an awkward deflection, but right into the hands of Fondes.
And you saw in that sequence, though, some of what Rising have missed when Damian Rivera has been unavailable for this team. His dribbling ability, his ability to extend plays because he's just so clever with the ball at his feet, adds another dimension to this Rising attack.
Skiers played over for Colin Smith.
And we're seeing from Lou City a real marking of this Phoenix Rising double pivot. Duncan and Davila in that midfield for Simon Bird, stepping very tightly into Gilberto Rivera and Jean-Eric Morsu, not allowing Phoenix to play through those tempo setters at the base of midfield, instead forcing those more direct passes until Rising find a way to access those players or others dropping into similar spots.
Duncan swung over for McFadden, right back to Duncan. Wants to chip it for Akale. Akale in behind Vukovic. Akale's going to stop. Tight angle, Akale puts it to the center, but knocked down by Boyd, not cleared fully. Duncan takes a long look at goal, but well wide.
And Phoenix are having a hard time dealing with this right side of Louisville City. Mukwele Akale sort of having his way there with Alexander Vukovic, the rookie center back. It's been almost 2 months now since we've seen Vukovic get a start for Phoenix Rising in league play, and you can sort of see some of that rust. Still adapting to the professional level and still adapting very much to being back on the field at 38th and Washington.
Be sure to watch the USL on ESPN2 on June 20th as the Powerhouse Championship clubs Detroit City FC and Louisville City FC face off in a Prinks Tires USL Cup battle for the playoffs. Saturday, June 20th at 5 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Mentioned Mukwele Akale, his first year with Louisville City, making his way from New Mexico United. This is a guy, he's got 2 goals, 2 assists in 6 matches, and he's unbeaten against Rising in his career.
It's pretty good.
Biggest one was that game-winning goal in the 2024 playoffs that eliminated Rising. Poor pass, so looking for Diego Gomez, goes all the way through. Gomez fighting to try to keep possession, though. Gomez going head-to-head with Davila, and Taylor Davila ultimately comes away with it. And by the end of that, I think Davila and Gomez are both out of breath.
It's a great battle, though, truly, between 2 of the best players, I think, in their spots in all the USL.
Ball right down to Morsu. Morsu going to press ahead. He's got Smith to his right, and he'll lay it off to him. Colin Smith looking for an entryway. Smith into the box. Smith, right foot, and tight angle shot. It hits the outside of goal. Looked like it took a deflection. It will be the first corner of the night for the hosts.
And it's a different side killing a Colin Smith. Often in possession this year, he's been tasked with being that stay-at-home right back to form the back 3 in possession. But tonight with JP Skiers in that role, Colin Smith can play further forward and do a little bit of something like this to go at Amadou Dia. It's not the most refined bit of play there from Colin Smith, but it is a different side of him that we're going to get to see tonight.
First Carvana corner kick of the night. Isan Sacco will be the man to take it. 8 goals this year, 2 assists. He's got a couple big bodies in Boy and Vukovic in the box. Sacco sends this one in, and that one headed away by Tosh. Roberto Rivera is the man. He'll send it right back to Sacco. Sacco, this one crossed towards the back post. Skiers gets his head to it, back towards the center. Boy tried to head it on goal, but it got deflected away. Not fully out of danger. Gomez wants the half volley, and he's well wide.
Oh, we're seeing some of the benefits of JP Skiers popping up inside the 18 there. Sort of made a name for himself in USL League One as a real aerial threat on some of these set pieces, and we see it is Skiers popping up at the back post here, heading in that ball for Pop Marboy. This doesn't quite end up in the back of the net there for Phoenix, of course, but still a nice opportunity there for Rising on that dead ball.
Went right at Kyle Adams, one of the best defenders in the league, and mind you, it's got to be tough to get by the hair as well.
Adds a little bit of volume, right? I mean, I think we can see that.
Davila knocked down, that ball sent away. Sacco. Gonna take it on the right wing. Gomez. I'll wait up as Roberto Rivera right back to Diego Gomez. Damian Rivera. I think 25 minutes played so far tonight, still 0-0. A couple chances from both sides. All fed through, excellently done. Flying all the way back was Adams to get that ball.
And you see some of those rotations from Phoenix that I mentioned earlier could come from this man marking that Blue City are doing through the middle. Jean-Eric Morceau there pushes a little higher. Diego Gomez drops a little deeper. There's a sliver of daylight for Phoenix to exploit as a result.
Vukovic, Damian Rivera. Rivera gets around McFadden, an opportunity. Rivera, low cross in towards the center. Sacco, a bit too far for Morceau, as Sacco comes right back around to collect his ball. This one crossed in and knocked away. A chance. Sacco, he's got 8 goals this year. He's going to be kicking himself for that one.
Oh, and how good was the bit of play, though, before from Damian Rivera to go 1v1 against Aiden McFadden? Really kickstarts that whole sequence. It's not just the 1v1, but it's the service as well from Rivera. Just a completely different dimension than we've seen from Phoenix Rising on this left wing all year long without him in the 11.
Second corner kick the last few minutes for Rising. Momentum certainly teetered the way of the hosts. Sacco readies. Puts it in towards the near post, headed away by Tosh, who was first to get there and knocked away. This is a back line for Louisville City. You have Kyle Adams, reigning Defensive Player of the Year, first team selection. And you go Sean Tosh, he's the USL's leader in all-time appearances. By the way, 5-time All-League selection. And then you've got one of the best young players in the league right back there with him in Brandon Days.
Well, and how often do you see a 17-year-old killing get to play as a center back at any level in the professional game? Days, such an impressive talent. For my money, the best young player in all of the USL. Shows impressive maturity, certainly beyond his years. Is able to distribute comfortably in the middle of the back line. Can even organize, very mobile, athletic. Really, really effective young player.
As Adams clears that one all the way out to Rakowski, who will collect it. Days, a Louisville native, came up in the academy, was just the 7th player in club history to sign a first-team deal. He made 10 appearances last season while on an academy deal. But getting his opportunity and certainly taking a firm grasp of it, now being up with the first team.
NBA Finals right now, good young basketball player as well. Might be the best basketball player on the field. Brandon Days.
Yeah, it might be a fair option. Is now hitting the deck is Morceau. He's going to get booked with a yellow card. And now down in a heap is Zach Duncan. And he went down awkwardly right at the end of that.
Now you can see Jean-Eric Morceau there. Extends a little bit on Zach Duncan, but didn't look to me like there's a whole lot in that. Good balance and agility certainly from Zach Duncan to stay on his feet and continue the run. Bit of an odd sequence there, certainly, for Lou City.
So Duncan back to his feet. He's going to try and walk it off, see if he's able to go. Looked like he was reaching for that calf. Morceau booked, second yellow card of the night. As they get it all sorted, Adams ready to put it back into touch. I want to remind you, Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the grassroots to the pros, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. Whistle right out of that free kick, goes right back the other direction to Phoenix. Morceau stops, gives it back, Gilberto Rivera.
And you can see Taylor Davila there just poking out of the defensive shape for Lou City. Part of that double pivot in this 5-4-1. closely trailing his opposite number on the Phoenix side.
Biasi in the midfield. He has to shoulder off Days, who chased him all the way back towards midfield. Phoenix elects to give it right back to Rakowski to reset things. Rakowski looking for Damian Rivera. They go up, and last off of McFadden will be a throw into the home team.
Yeah, that's a good bit of play from Patrick Rakowski, recognizing that he didn't have the central options available to him to play short. Finds an accurate out ball on this left side, and Phoenix Rising able to advance possession.
Boyd pressing up the right side, Colin Smith. Smith tries to swing this one in right to the head of Adams. Days, Skiers gets his head to it, and Sacco just has to watch Danny Fondes leap up and snag it. Wants to try and go quickly. Evan Davila, chased down by Skiers, puts on the brakes, sends it back in the midfield to his brother Taylor. Akale, a lot of room from Akwele Akale. McFadden on the right wing. McFadden, a little low cross, headed away by Vukovic. Right back to McFadden. He'll get a second chance. Davila working on Gomez. Davila, low cross towards the face of goal and cleared away. Nicely done by J.P. Skiers to step in and clear the danger.
Yeah, Davila just so clever there. Not the fleetest of foot, right? He's not the guy that you're so worried is going to beat you for pace or at least acceleration. But it's just so easy for him to create those little bits of separation from Phoenix Rising players, even someone as dialed in as Diego Gomez.
Akale being shadowed by Vukovic. Bit of a size difference on that one. Akale 5'4", Vukovic only a foot taller. This one crossed in, knocked away by Rivera, who gets down to get a piece of it. Ball headed away, still not out of danger. Now Sacco, excellently done to win that ball. And Sacco will be a throw in to Phoenix. And a moment to breathe.
Well, and that's huge from Phoenix Rising's number 9 tonight. Isan Sacco sort of taking matters into his own hands there. This is a Lou City team that is so territorially dominant. They are the league leaders in touches in the box by more than 100 so far this season. Coming into tonight, they are able to camp really in the opposition's box. They're so effective in the counter press. Phoenix Rising needed an out, and they found it through their striker.
Skiers back for Roberto Rivera. Vukovic. Vukovic tries to feed one through. Sacco try to get a little fancy. He gets taken to ground, no whistle. Taylor Davila passed. He was looking. A run was being made by Donovan, but couldn't find him. Marsu swung to Smith. Boy standing up top. Boy tries to feather one towards Sacco, unable to make it through. As Marsu battling for that one. Marsu gets taken to ground and earns a free kick.
Yeah, it's good work from Jean-Eric Marsu to stand in there against Zach Duncan. Another good battle that we're seeing so far tonight. One other thing we're seeing in the last minute or so is Phoenix Rising center backs trying more line-breaking passes. Both Vukovic and Potmar Boy.
Opportunity, Smith with some space. Smith back to the center, Skiers, and it's knocked away. It will be a corner.
That's better play from Phoenix there. Incisive and quick on the half turn to progress the ball quickly into the 18. It's the final ball, though, from Colin Smith again, playing further forward than we're used to seeing him tonight. It just lets Phoenix down a little bit. It's too predictable to find that ball to J.P. Skiers. Didn't have space to make a real play on it. Turned up his nose, Colin Smith, had a couple of runners on the weak side.
You have to imagine as well, Pamadukar wish it wasn't J.P. Skiers, the man on the receiving end of that one as well. Another Carvana corner kick. Sacco to take it once again. He's got Vukovic on the back post. Skiers right in the middle. This one sent looking for Colin Smith, who goes up, and it's going to be last off of Phoenix. Goal kick. So half an hour played, still 0-0 between Phoenix Rising and Louisville City FC. Louisville City trying to snap a 5-match winless run. Phoenix Rising trying to remain unbeaten at home. Vukovic goes up, wins that header. Knocked around. Ball played for Sacco. If the flag stays down, it's a chance. It looks like it will. Sacco gets some room. Sacco curling. Fondez leaps out and parries it away. Smith pestering behind a Duncan as Adams has to go back and chase it down. Donovan, an aggressive tackle going in. And a yellow card right out of the pocket for the captain, Pape Marboy.
Yeah, seeing the replay here of the Isan Sacco shot before that yellow card from Marboy. That's a well-placed strike from Isan Sacco. Tries to bend it far post. Danny Fondez, though, reads it all the way. Good, strong extension to his left. Keeps this game scoreless.
Great shot and even better save from Fondez. So the captain picks up the yellow card. And it looks like they're calling for the trainer. It's the captain, Kyle Adams, having a conversation with the head referee. More look at that challenge from Boyd.
Yeah, you can see Chris Donovan just gets the corner on Marboy there. That's the third yellow card of this first half for Phoenix Rising between Luke Biasi, Jean-Eric Morceau, and Pape Marboy. Just been a beat late on some of those physical duels. Something Lou City's so effective. They win so many of those matchups so consistently. Yet another reason why this 5-game winless stretch in league play has been so surprising.
Evan Davila back for Taylor. This one crossed in. McFadden gets his head to it, centered, and Rakowski holds the line. Donovan was right there, but unable to get enough under it. Now trying to go quickly back the other direction, and Fondez scoops it up. A little shoulder check to Colin Smith. How do you do on that one? Davila laid off. Twisting around. Amadou Dia collects it. Center Duncan. Duncan just missed Akale making the run. Kowski gives it off. There's certainly been chances on both sides tonight, but the goalkeeping been strong thus far from Danny Fondez and Pat Rakowski.
Yeah, I mean, that save from Rakowski, right place, right time. Chris Donovan probably still shaking his head at that miss. A huge opportunity for Lou City. After they win that aerial at the back post, Donovan right spot for the finish. Just can't put it anywhere other than where Pat Rakowski is standing. It's a huge chance for Lou City. Easily the best of the game.
Right into the middle, Morceau. Morceau giving off for Colin Smith. Smith wants to go downhill, and he does. He's going to hesitate for a moment. Working on Dia. Crossed in with the left foot. One headed through. Akale chasing it down, and Sacco gets a touch to it. Gomez, and we'll see where they point, and it's going to go to Phoenix. McFadden can't believe it. Sacco wants the ball back. Nonetheless, the result is a throw into the hosts. Simon Bird having a little chuckle there with Isan Sacco. Damian Rivera stops, able to keep possession, fighting with McFadden. They both go to ground. Ball finds its way. Nice pass through. Biasi! Too tall.
Well, that is such a lovely line-breaking ball from Jean-Eric Morceau. Haven't quite seen enough of that from Rising tonight, finding those line-skipping passes. But Killian, you referenced it earlier, maybe not the ideal moment for JP Skeers to be the one popping up in the box. It's similar there with Luke Biasi. Defender popping up in the right half space as the recipient of that line-breaking ball. I mean, not quite the ideal option there from Morceau in terms of what that player is going to do next.
A good pass by Jean-Eric Morceau. You got to like what you've seen from him in these opening 35-plus minutes tonight.
Yeah, a question for him is going to be, can he ride the line sitting on that yellow card for the entirety of this match?
Boy, turns on the Jets, beats that ball to Donovan, gets right into Vukovic as Rakowski has to scramble out and clear it away. Adams heads right down to Morsu. Morsu pressured from behind, able to keep the ball and keep his feet. Damian Rivera. Rivera got some looks over to the right. Diego Gomez chases it down. Gomez back for Damian Rivera. Morsu wants to go at goal, but an easy save right at Fondez. Fondez, as Boy wins that ball. Right to Rivera. Long ball over the top for Damian. Damian Rivera, a little step over, going down towards the goal line and taken down. It will be a goal kick.
Well, how good is that from Sean Tosh, the 34-year-old? That is some savvy veteran defending from the big-bodied center back against Phoenix's best 1v1 attacker.
That's what 300-plus appearances and 25,000-plus minutes of professional soccer will do.
Yeah, you learn a few things along the way, huh?
One or two, I'd imagine. Everybody's starting to wheel their way out. Remind you, go ahead and enter the Prinks Tires USL Cup Game Day Kit Sweepstakes for your chance to win a prize pack worth up to $2,000. Go ahead and scan the QR code that just popped on the screen and enter today. USL Cup getting tighter and tighter, getting closer to the playoffs in the competition. These clubs certainly looking to keep their footing in the championship. Lovely bit of play by Louisville City. Taylor Davila somehow keeps the ball at his feet and immediately going down is a rising player, and that is Morsu, and not a good sign as he went down all on his own, grabbing at that right leg.
Yeah, giving the thumbs up there, Jean-Eric Morsu. Scary moment. Killing, you called it sort of a non-contact injury there for Morsu. Just gets tripped up.
And just kind of, yeah, that left foot kind of just slid out from underneath him.
Maybe more embarrassment than injury there. Certainly will take the former over the latter.
Approaching the last few minutes of this first half. It's been a fun one. No goals. There's been chances for each side. The keepers have made some big saves. See if we can't find at least one before the clubs head to the halftime break. Long run, Vukovic, nice touch right in the near side as Gomez spins around Roberto Rivera.
Phoenix maybe have been a little bit overly hesitant in their possession tonight. There's a moment there for Gomez to play the ball into Morsu, access central spaces and move on. Lou City have tried everything they can to funnel Phoenix into the wide areas, especially into that right side for Phoenix. Lou City's left. When the opportunity to penetrate centrally is there, Rising need to be alert to it.
Duncan over for Akale. Akale with some room. He's going to go one-on-one with Vukovic. Pressed over to the right wing, McFadden. McFadden continue to work his way, tries to center it as Davila went for the ball, unable to get a clear shot on it. That was Evan Davila. Goes all the way back to Adams. Taylor Davila played back to the youngster days. Relatively quiet night for Brandon Days. I'm sure most nights for him tend to be quiet when you're flanked on either side by Adams and Tosh. Now getting himself involved. Days, nice touch. Can he get to it? Biasi heads it away and now cleared out. Damian Rivera looks up, going stride for stride with Akale. Good ball to the right wing. It's a long run for Colin Smith. Can he get there? And he does just in time. Smith going one-on-one. Adams Gets to his right, Adams leaps up and knocks it away for a corner. Another Carvana corner kick. All of them have been on that far side of the pitch for Rising. And Sanko taking his time, letting everybody catch their breath for a moment. It'll be off a set piece that we find the first goal of the evening. Sacco, a few steps back, raises the hand. Crossed in. Skiers gets his head to it and just wide. Skiers immediately hands to the face. He can't believe it.
Another huge moment inside the 18 for JP Skiers. Had that ball across the face of goal that he redirected for Pape Marboy earlier. Now pops up himself and can't quite find a sliver of daylight inside the post there. Good look, though, from Phoenix, who have been dangerous on those dead balls tonight.
We'll get 2 minutes added on. Biasi heads it straight up into the air. Diego Gomez. Back for Morsu. Morsu to Gomez. Nicely done in the tight space. Sacco. Sacco has Skiers coming to collect it. Skiers a little bit of room. Evan Davila in front of him. Skiers as Davila lifts the leg up and deflects it away. Skiers will have to try and find another way to enter. Morsu, couple touches back to Vukovic. Boy now for Morsu. Morsu looking to try to go straight through the middle for Sacco. There was nothing there. To Jean-Eric Morsu. Vukovic, slow walk up. Played 30 of the 120 seconds added on. A low pass, Adams steps in front, takes it away. This one's sent through, it's a foot race. Boy's gonna be the one to win it. And he plays it all the way back to Rakowski. He pings it right back to Morsu. Roberto Rivera trots it along the midway line. Gomez. Smith back to Gomez. Gomez with some room. Gomez goes for goal. The angle was tight. Fondez looks like he might have had it covered either way. Another chance for Phoenix. Can't put it on goal and make Fondez make a save.
And that's Diego Gomez getting in good spots off the ball. Just not quite finding the payoff. Plays that ball outside to Colin Smith. Continues the run, ends up getting back on the end of it. There's no real opportunity, though, for Gomez to play the ball across the face of goal. Isan Sacco sort of checking his run. No run from the weak side that's really threatening the goal mouth. Opportunities for Phoenix Rising in the second half to be a little bit more aggressive in their off-ball runs inside the 18.
Well, that'll be the last bit of play in the first 45. It's 0-0 between Louisville City and Phoenix Rising. There were chances on both sides, but nobody able to convert anything just yet. Well, don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with the Carvana halftime report. The fans are excited.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on making the most craveable chicken finger meals, getting them right every time. That's why we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, salt every fry, squeeze every lemon, and brew every ounce. We do this inside every Raising Cane's, every day. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, One love.
Billy, I need help with the clicker.
Yeah, wait, 1 second, Grandma. This guy's gonna buy my car.
Billy, you still there?
Okay,
You need Carvana. What's your plate number?
Boss, M-O-V.
Vehicle features. No accidents, right?
No.
Good. Generating offer. Carvana can pick it up tomorrow.
That's an amazing offer. Do you still need help with the clicker?
I'll ask your sister.
Sell your car the easy way with Carvana.
There's a big deal going on at Whataburger. Like the new Big Ranch Wrap. A crispy chicken strip, buttermilk ranch, cheese, and fresh veggies in a warm tortilla. Or go bigger with 5 premium Whata chicken bites. Or go bigger than big with our Bacon Cheese Whataburger Jr. with fresh 100% beef and melty cheese. Make it even bigger with fries and a drink for a little more. Now that's a big deal. The Whata deal, now at What a Burger. Download the app.
When you trust your heart to Abrazo Health, you're choosing a team who have dedicated their lives helping to save yours.
You're choosing physicians, medical assistants, and providers who commit their lives to understanding every connection and hearing the whole person.
We are here for every heartbeat, from preventative diagnostic testing
to performing complex, life-saving heart surgeries.
We believe heart care is more than just treatment. It's a journey we take together.
You're looking at Carvana's newest and proudest customer. So proud that we're teaming up to create Shackvana.
We are? We are.
Shackvana will be 100% online so customers can shop from anywhere.
That's so Shackvana.
About time you caught up. On Shackvana.com, customers can shop tens of thousands of vehicles.
Love it.
And they'll get 7 days to love their ride or their money back. Visit Shackvana or Carvana and buy your car today.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on making the most craveable chicken finger meals, getting them right every time. That's why we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, salt every fry, squeeze every lemon, and brew every ounce. We do this inside every Raising Cane's, every day. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Back in Phoenix, 0-0 through 45 minutes. Carvana halftime report. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Some more on the other side.
He shoots here. Oh, he buries it with a rocket. Not it done clearly. It's a late game starter.
Sometimes the waves are calling your name. Other times, you think the waves are calling your name, but actually, it's the kids.
This summer, get 1,000 bonus points and a chance to win 250,000 bonus points.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
When you choose Arizona Sports Medicine Center, you have access to one of the Valley's most advanced sports medicine and orthopedic care teams.
You're choosing a multidisciplinary team who are dedicated to providing the care you need.
That's why we offer advanced treatments, both surgical and non-surgical options, including robotic-assisted procedures.
If you suffer from chronic joint pain, a sports injury, or need rehab after surgery, we're here to help you get back to doing what you love to do.
Care is more than just treatment. It's a journey we take together.
Back in Phoenix Rising 0-0 with Louisville City FC. You're watching the Carvana halftime report. We'll take a moment. We're going to throw it back to the studio. See what's going on around the USL.
It is halftime in the USL Championship. We'll get you back out to your match shortly. I'm Dan Lucas inside the USL studio with a look at some of the headlines. The championship is grabbing hold of the Prince Tires USL Cup. Two clubs clinched their respective groups in round 3. The Tampa Bay Rowdies clinched Group 7 with a 2-0 win at Sporting Jacks, while Colorado Springs Switchbacks won a critical Group 2 match 2-1 over El Paso Locomotive. While those two clubs are now in the knockout stage, Charleston Battery and Sacramento Republic are both on the quarterfinal doorstep. The Battery got the extra point in a penalty shootout against Pittsburgh Riverhounds in Group 6, and Sac Republic put away Monterey Bay also in penalties in Group 1. But as we enter play in round 4, it is potential chaos in Group 4. 5 teams are separated by 2 points. Lexington stole a penalty shootout at Detroit City. Louisville City primed for the group win, but Union Omaha and Indy 11 still have group title hopes. Upcoming national spotlight games on ESPN2, Forward Madison and Fort Wayne on the 17th, Saturday the 20th. Round 4 of the Prince Tires USL Cup begins with Detroit City and Louisville City, and also that night, Las Vegas Lights in Orange County on CBS Sports Network. This is the USL Halftime Update. Let's get you back out to your match.
Here's what's coming up for Phoenix Rising. They hit the road, El Paso on Saturday, and back home on June 20th. We'll have that one here for you against Oakland Roots before a couple road matches. Colorado Springs, a big one on the 4th of July. Then a USL Prince Tires USL Cup match against AV Alta on the 11th. Well, don't go anywhere. We're going to take one more quick break. 0-0 in Phoenix. Carvana halftime report chugs along. We get back.
Su equipo estará perdiendo, pero ella siente que está ganando. De hecho, se siente tan bien que la gente se está preguntando:
¿qué está pasando aquí?
¿Qué está pasando? Que fue a Metro y ahorró. Se llevó 4 líneas por solo $25 cada una. Y 4 teléfonos nuevos Samsung Galaxy A17 5G gratis. Se siente bien cuando tu dinero da para más. Solo en Metro.
Are you okay? You seem upset. Turns out you were right. Our car was breaking down and we did need a new one with a loan from America First Credit Union. Me saying there was no hurry and to wait was wrong. Hey, on the bright side, we got to meet Huey.
Get your money working with our low-rate auto loans, now with no payments for 90 days.
When you choose Arizona Sports Medicine Center, you have access to one of the Valley's most advanced sports medicine and orthopedic care teams.
You're choosing a multidisciplinary team who are dedicated to providing the care you need.
That's why we offer advanced treatments, both surgical and non-surgical options, including robotic-assisted procedures.
If you suffer from chronic joint pain, a sports injury, or need rehab after surgery, we're here to help you get back to doing what you love to do.
Care is more than just treatment. It's a journey we take together.
to what it's like on match day around the USL. I'm going to throw you to
Before the World Cup can begin, 48 national teams need a home. And home is a lot more than a practice field.
They wanted a beautiful grass field and in a sort of secure facility with great access to gyms and all the other pieces around.
Dan Rutstein had the honor of handing the keys to Orange County SC's entire facility to the U.S. men's national team. Why does it matter to you to have the U.S. national team at your facility?
Look, if you can't get excited about a World Cup, then we shouldn't be in this business. It's obviously an enormous opportunity. We're happy for them. It's a great facility. We're happy for us. We're happy for our fans. So we can be talked about in the same breath as the home nation in a home World Cup.
Orange County is joined by the Oakland Roots, who will host the Australian national team, and the Tampa Bay Rowdies hosting first-time World Cup team Cape Verde. When clubs spend multiple weeks in one building, the facility must accommodate an entire support system, not just the players. In a large country like the United States, travel can take a toll. Cape Verde's Tampa home sets up short flights to Atlanta, Miami, and Houston for its group matches. Australia will play matches in Vancouver, Seattle, and nearby Santa Clara. The U.S. team's longest journey is Seattle, sandwiched between two group matches in Los Angeles. But as the World Cup takes place, it's business as usual for the USL Championship. For Orange County, a worthwhile temporary adjustment.
We're still training next door. The short-term pain of being not allowed to use our stadium for the medium and long-term gain of working with the US national team, we could never say no to an opportunity like that.
pretty cool experience there for all these clubs. World Cup obviously being hosted here in North America. A couple clubs, Orange County SC hosting the United States team as their base camps. Just a cool opportunity, a cool moment for the World Cup finally being here at home.
Yeah, 5,000 plus at the US's Open Training Center training session earlier on this week. Mauricio Pochettino on the mic addressing that crowd. It's about to get real.
Here are your first half highlights presented by Gila River Resorts and Casinos. No goals to show you, but there were some chances. Isan Sako had a couple of looks. The Golden Boot man so far this year for Phoenix, trying to find some more opportunities, but this was a game, it really kind of seesawed back and forth. We saw the early moments. Phoenix, the middle point of that first half, it was kind of all Lou City, but then Phoenix was able to grasp a little bit more of a chance later on.
Yeah, it's right on the money, Killian, and so many of Phoenix's best attacking looks have come through Isan Sako. Back up top playing as a number 9 for Phoenix Rising tonight. He has been the real danger man, especially when he's activated by Damian Rivera on this near side, but Lou City probably with the best chance of the game. There's Chris Donovan. That header ends up right at the palm of Patrick Kakowski. Right place, right time for the German goalkeeper. Donovan's going to want that one back.
Yeah, here are the first half stats. A lot of shots. Not surprising with these two clubs. They shoot a lot. 4 on target for Phoenix, just 3 for Louisville City. Possession numbers heavily favoring Phoenix Rising tonight, over 60%.
Yeah, very much so. Rising have held more of the ball than maybe I anticipated. That could be certainly part of the game plan from Simon Bird and this Lou City group. Go and try to hit at Phoenix in transition as they push, especially Luke Biasi forward and even inside on the left bit of the Phoenix Rising back line. Opportunity for Lou City to sort of go back to basics a little bit as they're trying to get back in the win column and really go and be that dominant defense in transition sort of outlet.
Yeah, 5-match winless streak for Louisville City. They've never lost or not won 6 consecutive matches in the history of the club. The last time they did it was back in 2018. Phoenix Rising still unbeaten this season here at home. We'll see which one of those will continue on. Back underway for the second half. Killian McClatchy, Joe Lowry, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. As we get closer and closer to the World Cup kicking off, as an opportunity, Louisville City right out of the halftime break is Skierce with a touch and able to just clear it away. Morsu steps in front, intercepts that ball. Over for Damian Rivera. Rivera gets himself a little bit of room. He's got Sako to his left. He's got Gomez to his right. Tries to flick it over for Gomez, has to wait for it. Played back, Smith tries to go down, and Smith a foul. He pulled down. Like nothing else he could do on that one. Amadou Dia was right there with him.
Yeah, former Phoenix Rising man Amadou Dia was on the field for Phoenix in that 2018 USL Cup game that Lou City ended up taking. Luke Spencer, FC Tulsa manager, ends up with the goal in that game. Huge opportunity there for Lou City to lift a trophy now. Dia back in the Valley of the Sun.
And Dia played from 2018, 2019, 92 appearances. In his 5th year now in Louisville.
And I'm interested, Killian, to see the dynamics of the Phoenix attack in this second half. Really, as the first half played out, it ended up being Colin Smith playing on the right wing opposite Damian Rivera on the left. It was Smith who ended up with more of the attacking touches in dangerous areas. That's not an ideal setup for Phoenix. Can they find a way in this second half to either give Rivera more looks high and wide on the left, or maybe it's a change from Pamadou. He is looking to open up this game a little bit. Maybe it's Gunnar Studenhoft coming off the bench to play as that 9 and sliding Isan Sako out to the right to provide more balance opposite Rivera.
Yeah, Studenhoft's really kind of the main attacking option on the bench for Phoenix Rising.
And it's just a question of how open does Phoenix want to be, right? You look at this 11, and it is certainly more defense-focused. When you have Smith pushing a little bit higher, you have Skiers, Pape Marboy, and Vukovic all in that back line. Those players are defense-first options for this Rising group. Then you have plenty of sturdy center mids as well.
Good ball from Sako as Smith just kind of leaned back on that one and launched it all the way to the far end. You have to wonder how long does Pamadou go until he does think of it. You have to imagine we're going to see Gunnar Studenhoft at some point tonight, right, Joe?
Yeah, it would certainly be my expectation. It's a waiting game. It really is. How aggressive do you want to go and how early do you want to push it? It would not surprise me if the scoreline is level around the 70th minute or so, maybe even a little bit earlier, if we see Studenhoft come in to be that change of pace option up top and to provide a little bit more in that attack with Isan Sako liberated to find the ball more on the right wing.
You flip over on the other side. This is a Louisville City team. They've got a ton of firepower still hanging out on the bench. You got Ray Serrano for one, Quincy Hewerman, just a couple of them, Tola Showunmi. Like, there's a lot there for Louisville City than they just have on the pitch.
Yeah, a lot of depth in this Lou City team, and that really is the thing that sets this roster apart from so many others in the USL Championship. A lot of quality in the starting 11, no doubt about it. But the fact that they have extra starters really in every line of the field, guys that can be relied upon across multiple competitions, absolutely massive for this team, even as they find themselves in a little bit of transition at the managerial position after Danny Cruz's departure.
Boy, has that one skirt away from him. Chases it down. Roberto Rivera will meet him. Try to press it forward. Try to sneak that ball through. Excellently done as Skiers comes and steps into it. Skiers crosses it in. Took a bit of an awkward deflection and now cleared away by Louisville City. Donovan has to shoulder. Colin Smith comes in. Corner right into Dia. Skiers going to like to throw it back to Boy. Biasi. Or for Damian Rivera. Nearly's goes down. He's able to turn. Now shoulders away. Whistle in the mouth of the head referee. Going to let him continue playing. Smith on this right side. Smith for Rivera. Rivera, left-footed shot, and that one trails too far wide. Long look on goal. A round of applause by the gaffer. Pamadou doesn't mind the thought.
It doesn't mind the thought, but also doesn't mind a couple actions that preceded it. Instead of just a hopeful cross coming from the right side, whether that's from Colin Smith or JP Skiers, it's a little more patient there from Phoenix Rising, looking for the cutback, the trailing runner. You find Gilly Rivera at the top of the box, then all of a sudden you have a whole mess of options available to you. Rivera ends up going with that long strike, low percentage effort, but there are other options there if Phoenix Rising continue to go that way.
Gomez trying to get the ball for Colin Smith, who turns his head. Dia shouldering him off. And it will be a goal kick.
Yeah, such sturdy defending there from Lou City. Amadou Dia, the veteran, taking care of business on this near side. It very much looks like the visitors are content to let the dynamic of the first half be that of the second half as well, where they sat back, had only about a third of the game's possession in the first 45 minutes. We'll see more of that compact 5-4-1 block and then a lot of direct play on these goal kicks as well, looking for Aiden McFadden on that far side.
That one just booted right out. It'll be a throw-in for Phoenix. Soccer fans, World Cup is here and soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek. Get your ticket to great seats. Smith, little jab step, miscommunication as Gomez thought he was going and he wasn't. Donovan. Played back, Duncan presses forward. Akale still hesitates. Akale deflection, and it's 1-0. Mukwele Akale strikes again in Phoenix.
Mukwele Akale once again at 38th in Washington, coming up big. Last season it was New Mexico United, before that New Mexico United, and now Lou City. It's the right winger for the visitors who does so well to cut inside on that lovely left foot. Phoenix Rising try to close down the angle, and it's a deflection off the foot of Alexander Vukovic there, it looks like. That sends that completely after wrong footing. Pat Rakowski not expecting that deflection. And it's Akale and Lou City who find themselves up 1-0 on the road.
So goal in as of now. It'll be Akale. We'll see what the official decision comes down to be. But either way, it's 1-0, and the visitors have the advantage as we approach the hour mark.
Well, and here's Killian, where we're talking about, do Phoenix Rising try to open up the stables a little bit and go for this game? After a few minutes here, it would not surprise me if we start to see some subs roaming up on the bench. Phoenix are going to have to find a way to manufacture some attacks more consistently, generating higher quality chances, and it does seem to me like altering the dynamic of this right side is going to be the most straightforward way to do that.
Long ball up the left wing, chased all the way down. Chance now, lovely move. Ball right down to the goal line, towards the back post. Fondez was right there to step in front, though. It's an excellent run from Biasi. Just the service unable to find ahead of one of his teammates. So Akale, his second goal on the season. His third goal in 7 matches against Phoenix Rising. As of now, it is the difference maker. Put it down, Damian Rivera. Good touch. Sacco chested down for Gomez. Gomez chased down from behind by Duncan. And now he gets tripped up and taken to ground. It'll be a set-piece chance for the home team.
Yeah, it's a huge opportunity now for Phoenix to settle a little bit and give themselves another look on a dead ball. Phoenix, especially through J.P. Skierson, his head inside the box. Very dangerous on those opportunities in the first 45 minutes. Have another bite of the apple here.
Sacco will be the man, take the set piece. The only one to take any of the corners so far tonight. As Frenchman readies himself. Vukovic, Skierson, boy, the 3 big targets right on the edge of the 6. That one way too tall. That looked more as if Sacco was trying to curl that one to the top corner.
Yeah, very much so. It looked like Sacco going for goal on that. Really, really difficult angle and distance combination there to pull it off.
Some legs loosening for Phoenix Rising.
And it wouldn't surprise me, Killian, if we see Danny Flores at some point come on into that left back spot as he's working his way back to something closer to full fitness, especially thinking that Luke Piassi ended up going and getting the start unexpectedly over the weekend.
Sacco tries to cut in on Adams. Morsu ends up keeping the ball. Sacco steps back in, and they're going to play and a whistle for the foul. Zach Duncan waves his hand in displeasure. Going a little aggressively through Morsu. Joe, I always love the captain that's trying to step in and kind of argue the call. I can truly say I don't think I've ever seen one change.
No, you're scratching and clawing. You're hoping desperately that you're going to get something, some favor. Doesn't ever seem to come, does it?
It's an A for effort every time.
It really is. It really is.
Sacco ready to take this set piece, this one more straight away. See if he wants to go for goal on this one. Sacco plays it short, over for Damian Rivera. Rivera steps over, misplays it himself. Chance goes by the wayside, and now a potential counterattack. Davila goes down, and Vukovic right to the pocket, and it's a yellow for Alexander Vukovic.
Yeah, Vukovic now joins the Phoenix chorus on a yellow card. You're already thinking with JP Scarcity in the 11, maybe there's a point at which we could see him slide into the middle of the back line tonight. Now with both of your out-and-out center backs sitting on yellow cards, that feels like something that we're very much going to see before the final whistle.
Look at that whole play. Sacco playing it over for Damian Rivera, and just not a crisp enough touch. Trying a little too fancy with the footwork. Rivera tries to just flip that one over the top to get it back to Sacco. Lovely bit of 1-2 play from Louisville City. Working downhill. Avila, and he shoots that one all the way up and over the stands. Burkowski goes quickly as Skiers plays it up the right wing. Adams lifts up and gets a boot to it. Duncan. Right in the middle, Vukovic extends the forearm a little bit, wins the ball. Morsu sprinting forward out of the right wing. Roberto Rivera back for Morsu. Vukovic walks it forward. Boyd. Damian Rivera. Rivera, left-footed shot, and he skies that one up off the video board.
And again, it's Phoenix Rising just struggling to create high-quality looks and open play. Haven't been a lot of those golden opportunities in the second half. Weren't a ton of them in the first half either. It's just a little rushed from Rivera there outside the box. Is there an opportunity to upgrade that shot into something better, a little closer to goal?
Fans, if you can't watch the match, be sure you turn on Sirius XM FC 157. It's North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access Tuesday nights. Plus, you can hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the Sirius XM app. All touched by nobody. It'll be out. Throw in to Phoenix. As a couple kits getting tossed on. Daniel Flores and Gunnar Studenhoft getting ready on the Phoenix dugout, preparing to come in the next few minutes.
Yeah, and we'll see exactly how this plays out. I would bet that that's going to be Vukovic coming off and Skier sliding inside. Question is exactly who's going to come off for Studenhoft.
Roberto Rivera. Back over for Sacco, who keeps it in. Sacco hesitates. Sacco flicks it back towards the center. The touch from Gomez, right back Morsu. Morsu a little bit of space. Morsu crossed. all the way through. Nobody was there to receive it as Vukovic chases it down. Boy steps in, now Skiers. Skiers for Morsu. Morsu tries to cross it through, was looking for Sacco, but it was right to the foot of Tosh. Cleared away, Rakovsky will step out and take a few touches. Pressure starting to mount a little bit for this Phoenix side. Smith trying to cross it through, nobody there to get it. That one cleared all the way back out by McFadden. It's really just been the service the last few minutes from Phoenix. They've been getting chances, but just not getting them to anybody who can try to do something with them.
I think we're going to see that ideally for Phoenix change here with Studenhoff's introduction. Give them both a target man inside the 18 and also the opportunity for Sacco presumably to come out wider towards this right side.
Be a yellow card. Amadou Dia is going to be the one who is right to the pocket after that challenge.
Yeah, we'll see it again here. Potmar Boy just circulating over to the right side, and it's Dia. Comes in hard on Colin Smith. Easy decision there.
So first changes being made for the hosts. Alexander Vukovic on that yellow card. His night will end after an hour, as Daniel Flores will come on. So it'll be Damian Rivera coming off for Gunnar.
Yeah, and it looks like the knock-on effect of that is going to be Isan Sacco moving from the number 9 spot, maybe out wider to that left side, leaving Colin Smith to be that outlet on the right. And will change the dynamic of this attack for Phoenix.
So Biasi will be the man to take this one, as it looks like. Yeah, Gunnar will slot up top. Sacco slides over to the left wing. Biasi will just give it off for Morsu, and they'll get it right over for Sacco. Sacco has it taken off of his feet. First touch of the night for Flores. Flores tries to cross it in, makes it all the way through. It was chested down by Skiers, still somehow in the 18. This one towards goal. Gunnar can't head it on goal.
That's a spark plug introduction there from Gunnar Studenhoff. Danny Flores. Flores with a well-weighted ball. Studenhoff waiting for it in the box. Just can't direct it on frame amidst that crowd of bodies inside the 18.
So a couple changes now coming for Louisville City. Jansen Wilson going to come on. He'll enter the match. As a center back, the youngster Brandon Days, his night will end. Same with Evan Davila, who will both exit the match.
Yeah, and a change here for Lou City is going to put Simon Bird's team, it looks like, into a look we've seen from them recently with Aiden McFadden dropping from his right wing back spot to be the right-sided center back in the back three. Sean Tosh then will slide into the middle of the back line next to Kyle Adams instead of across from him.
And Tosh will get a touch. Try and chip one over to the right side. There's nobody there to receive it.
And those changes for Lou City give them more size in the back line. As good of a young player as Brandon Days is, not the tallest option in the middle of the back line. Tosh matches up better with Gunnar Studenhoff in terms of the physical height of the two players. McFadden is well able to offer a little bit of strength and speed from his right-sided center back spot as well.
That's going to be the real question for Phoenix over the next 25 minutes. Can Gunnar Studenhoff be that spark plug that he's been in many of the times this year? The stats might not jump off the page for you, but certainly makes you think as a defender. Adams hesitates. Gunnar right on his hip. Serrano gets one of his first touches, plays it back for Davila. Amadou Dia. Amadou Dia still with the ball at his feet. Dia gets chased down by Gunnar, and there's a foul on Gunnar Studenhoft.
Well, how many times, Killian, have we seen Gunnar Studenhoft come on the field and commit a foul just like that? Very eager to set the tone and get involved even when Phoenix is out of possession. Studenhoft willing to track and do some of the dirty work to apply pressure.
Flores leaps up and gets his head to it. Rising fans, be sure to celebrate a decade in the desert with a season ticket membership, starting at just $10 per ticket. As an opportunity now, Louisville City closed down, tight angle, 2-0.
Well, just like that, Lou City have doubled their lead. A little golf action from Zach Duncan at a corner flag. Lou City off the throw-in. Little up, back, and through, and Zach Duncan ends up gliding right on through that Phoenix back line. It's a well-taken finish to beat Pat Rakowski, and it's 2-0 to the visitors.
Near side, Duncan strikes his second goal on the year, and Louisville City has the 2-0 advantage, and looking well on their way to snapping that 5-match winless run.
Well, and again, that's how quickly Lou City can hurt you. Phoenix Rising just unsettled on this throw, and all of a sudden Zach Duncan is right in on goal. Visitors at their best make it look so simple. This is Lou City playing at or near their best. Very, very eager, Killian, as you said, to snap that winless run.
So back underway, Phoenix back into touch. Roberto Rivera. All played through into the middle, Diego Gomez. Colin Smith. Smith back for Gomez. Now for Biasi. Morsu. Rivera. Just one touch off the feet quickly. Pinging it around on this near side. Gomez chips for Colin Smith, trying to get back for Gomez, and it's knocked away. Saying Rising fans starting at just $10 per ticket per game. Don't miss exclusive access and events only available to members. Go ahead and purchase today at phxrisingfc.com, or you can email at sales@phxrisingfc.com to learn more and be a part of a decade in the desert.
And you can see after that sequence on the near side for Phoenix, Isan Sako gesturing, trying to organize the attack how he wants it. Also saw Sako drift in almost as a second forward off the shoulder of Gunnar Studenhoft when the play was on Phoenix's right. Wonder if we're going to see a few more crosses even than we've seen to this point in the match with those two up top.
Biasi will scoot forward. Morsu clears it away. Gilberto Rivera. Sako comes back to get it. Swing it to Biasi. Biasi now for Smith. Smith takes a couple of touches. Smith, low cross in and knocked away. Surprise, surprise, right place, right time from Sean Tosh.
That's savvy defending from the Lou City veteran, but really nice attacking play from Phoenix as well. Colin Smith able to hurt you much more with his movement off the ball than maybe his 1v1 ability on it. It's a great line breaker there from Luke Biasi to find Smith on the run. He can use his speed then, rather than his 1v1 dribbling ability, to bypass defenders and get off a dangerous ball inside the box.
Carvana corner kick, first one of the second half. As Sako readies. Sako chipped in, back post. Too tall was Morsu, got his head to it, but couldn't get it on goal.
That's another dangerous opportunity from that set piece. For Phoenix, Jean-Eric Morsu liberated to go and attack in the box. Usually he's the last man on those corner kicks. Now with Danny Flores on the field, he's allowed to go forward and attack the ball. Nearly pays off there for Phoenix.
Manzi football is here. You can live your dream and rep your team. Play as your favorite USL Championship club today. Football is free to play, so go and download it now. Gunnar heads it down. Heads it right down. Nicely done, though. Coming right back to win it, Colin Smith. Smith tries to get around, gets himself some space, gets past Serrano. Colin Smith, low cross in towards the middle. Akale, though, was the only one waiting for it. Biasi trundles on back to pick it up. Boy swung over to Danny Flores. Less than 20 minutes left in the 90 tonight. Reaching the point if Rising want to keep this unbeaten run at home alive. I have to find at least one here in the next few minutes. Yossi for Rivera, too strong of a touch. He gets that one taken away from Duncan. Villa over for Adams. Adams waits. Gets it back for Duncan, played back to Tosh. McFadden has to sprint after this one. Somehow keeps it in. And it'll be out. It'll be a throw to Phoenix. They're going to take it quickly. I feel like it's bits of play like that, Joe, that you look at Louisville and you just see the class and the pressure's on there. Team down a few goals, trying to force a mistake, and yet calm, cool, and collected for the most part. But moving that ball around in the midfield.
Yeah, even a center back, Kyle Adams, showing such patience. Doesn't end up quite working out for Lou City as they tried to play forward there. But really, their ability under pressure, even for a team that I think still at their best is most comfortable in this defensive phase. Right, this is a Lou City team.
Smith unable to get his head to it.
Yeah, this Lou City team passing the ball 100 more times per game this year than last year. Really a focus on possession this season under Simon Bird after he takes over for Danny Cruz in March. Cruz moving on to be an assistant with Minnesota United in Major League Soccer. That has shifted a little bit of what this Lou City team wants to be at their best, but still I think the side of themselves that they're most comfortable with is when they can afford to sit back and really go and pressure the ball inside their own half and knife forward in transition, knife forward on dead balls. They're really comfortable shifting out of that defensive phase, keeping the ball past the first line of counter pressure and progressing from there.
Marsu, a couple changes readying for both sides. There'll be a couple youngsters, Isaiah Ramirez and Jamison Ping, ready to come on. Sacco tries to get through, got a touch to it. Flores has to chase it down. Get it, wants to take the throw quickly. Sacco comes to receive it. Sacco will stop. Boy. Working forward, now flips over to the right wing, Biasi. Back up top for Boy. Now Morsu. Morsu back to Biasi. Avila was just right there, stride for stride, not letting Morsu get away from him. Force that ball to go right back harmlessly to Fondez. Biasi gets that header. Alberto Rivera goes down. He's slow, and that will be his last bit of play tonight as Isaiah Ramirez will come on for him. So Alberto Rivera's night is done after 75 minutes. Jamison Ping will come on for Diego Gomez.
And that's going to be a tactical shift for Phoenix. Neither Ping nor Ramirez really that deep-lying midfielder that Gilberto Rivera is really occupying that role tonight for Phoenix. We're seeing Ping come and play in this right half space, it looks like. And Ramirez come to be the width potentially on this right side, leaving Morsu more as a single pivot in the midfield.
Looks like Isan Sako dropped a little bit further back, almost playing in the midfield himself. Biasi back for Ping. Ping getting his first action of the night. Morsu. Knock one over for Flores. Phoenix looking for a goal, trying to bring themselves back into this match. Crossed in. Tosh lifts up, gets his head to it, headed right back in. As now Skierce chests it down to himself. Skierce is going to turn back for Danny Flores. Skierce trying to flick that one towards Ping, unable to get it there as Skierce leaps up, gets his chest to it. Fondes have to go and collect. And now Skierce runs into Fondes as he was on the ground. And Fondes curled up in a heap right on the end line.
Now we'll get another look at it here. Yeah, the knee, JP Skierce's knee certainly hits Danny Fondes' head there. Skierce motioning like there maybe wasn't a ton of contact there, but certainly anything up in the ear of the head should be taken seriously.
So we're going to see if the physio is going to be brought out. Fondes still down. They're motioning for him, and now he'll make his way out. Give everybody an opportunity to take a breather, get a quick drink, as Fondes still down, and Isan Sako not as much of a fan. There's one more look. Skierce, there's definitely some contact made.
Doesn't look like there's a whole lot of speed there from JP Skierce. We'll see how this progresses over on the far end line.
Fondes is sitting up as they continue to check with him as we approach the final 10 minutes in the 90. And Joel, we have a second. Now you have a flight to catch tomorrow.
I do.
Exciting World Cup. Getting ready to get started. Opening match tomorrow down in Mexico. United States will kick off on Friday. And Arizonans, remind you that you have options on how to manage your bill. You can find rate plan information and programs like budget billing and much more at aps.com/let's talk. As Fondes is back up. Joe, you'll be there Friday.
Just squeezed in that read so I didn't spend the entire intermission here talking about U.S. Paraguay. I am stoked.
We got to pay the bills, Joe.
I know we do. There's a smart man standing next to me. The United States, different topic. The United States opening up their World Cup in Friday in Los Angeles. I'll be there for that game. Huge opportunity for Mauricio Pochettino's team to carry a little bit of momentum from those pre-World Cup tune-ups to win against Senegal, the narrow defeat to Germany, and really start this World Cup on home soil, the biggest World Cup ever, off with a bang.
Give you 30 seconds. Give me one thing. What should we watch for this next month?
I think the U.S. are going to be more fun than a lot of people think. When you look at their attack, how Mauricio Pochettino has shifted to put another attacker on the field with Malik Tillman, the Bayer Leverkusen man, in central midfield next to Tyler Adams. Really happy to rev the engine on the attacking side, even if that leaves the team a little bit more exposed defensively. Huge opportunity for the U.S. not just to progress in the group, but to play some fun soccer along the way. Maybe convert some folks at home as well.
Be sure to tune in all month long. The World Cup sure to be a blast as a twirling Duncan. Somehow, ball still at his feet. Duncan relieves it over to the right. Touch back Duncan. He's got one goal already tonight. Another touch, another chance, and that one across the face of goal. But harmlessly spins out. It'll be a throw to Phoenix.
Oh, Zach Duncan, how good is that? Pirouettes while under pressure, continues his forward progress. And nearly breaks that Phoenix backline open once again. The Australian so effective as that slightly more mobile presence next to Taylor Davila in midfield. It'd be hard-pressed to find a better double pivot in all the USL.
Now one knocked down McFadden gets it 1-2. And cleared away by Flores. Trying to head one, excellently done. Adams gets a foot to it.
And Lou City have done so well to keep a lid on Gunnar Studenhoff by exerting a little bit more control on this game. They haven't given Phoenix the opportunity to play those balls in behind that we know Studenhoff likes to go and latch onto.
Long ball, Sacco gets around, gets himself some space. Sacco stays on his feet. Isan Sacco, right-footed shot, knocked down by Fondes. Now Smith, and sails it too tall. Sacco had a look from distance. Fondes parried it away, but Phoenix still can't find the goal.
Well, that's tunnel vision there from Isan Sacco. Beats the challenge. Doesn't upgrade the shot by sliding an unmarked Colin Smith into the box on the first attempt. Opts to go himself. Can't beat the goalkeeper. Ball comes back to Smith, and it's a much harder chance than from the right back turned winger tonight. Huge missed opportunity for Phoenix.
More changes coming for Louisville City. Carlos Mogol Jr., he'll come on, as well as Tola Shawanmi. Boy plays it back, Rakowski. Down Morsu. Davila throws a leg in there, tries to slow him down.
And we're seeing now Luke Biasi. He's become the double pivot partner for Jean-Eric Morsu. With Ramirez on the right side, Colin Smith's become a little bit narrower on the wing. Just not really the 11 I think Pamadou Ka would prefer to finish this game with such a lengthy injury list. Trying to scrape together some semblance of a squad here.
Ping, ball at his feet, trying to look for somewhere to cross it. Sends it in, looking for Gunnar, unable to get all the way through. Flores, as Flores gets taken away, an aggressive challenge. Went right through the back and right to the pocket. And now some words to be said for Danny Flores after that one by Lou City. Flores still talking after that one. Right through Jansen Wilson. Wilson just beat him to the ball. And a tackle out of frustration. Rising fans, bring your family out to a Rising game for an affordable price with the Family Value Pack, starting at just $25. Receive a hot dog and a drink and a bag of chips with each ticket purchased. Purchase today at phxrisingfc.com. Full moment here is Cyrus Cowell will check into the match. The youngster Cowell got some opportunities at the beginning part of last year, suffered a season-ending injury. Tough go for the youngster, but getting a chance coming back onto the pitch here tonight.
Yeah, still just 17, Cyrus Cowell. Huge opportunity for him, and nice to see him back on the field, as you said, Killian.
Gunnar unable to keep possession. Biasi. Play it back, Boy. Over for Ping on the left side. Maybe you look at the changes that have been made today by Pamadou Ka, not necessarily, obviously we were just talking, you mentioned not the 11 he would prefer, kind of forced into it with the squad that he has, but it just kind of show you where this squad is at on the injury front.
Yeah, very much so. The flip side of the coin, though, is that Pamadou Ka has been very, very vocal about the value of giving experience to young players. And he's delivered on that ever since he showed up in Phoenix. Phoenix signed Jamison Ping to a professional contract. Ping on the field right now. With so many of these youngsters, now Cyrus Cowell, the latest. The 17-year-old forward playing on that far side. gives such great experience to these young players. Phoenix taking their academy setup very seriously and really integrating those players into the first team.
Sacco out of the right, and that one will take a deflection. Fondez comes sliding out, and it's going to be a corner kick. Fondez was unable to keep it in.
Yeah, and if Phoenix are going to find a way back into this game to get some sort of result, it might have to come on a sequence like this. Open play. I mean, not quite where the joy has come from for Phoenix tonight, but dead balls have been much brighter.
So all the big bodies in the box. Sacco readies. Sacco chips this one in towards the back post. Cole was there. It made its way all the way to him. He was unmarked and just couldn't put it on goal.
Well, how magical would that have been for the teenager, Cyrus Kowal? Almost couldn't believe that the ball had trickled its way to him all the way on the other side of the box. Phoenix still knocking.
USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazzo Network and ESPN+. Go to USLChampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Sean Mee working hard, going right with boy is Sacco. It's that one, going to peel it out for Isaiah Ramirez. Ramirez back for Sacco. Skierce will come and get it. He'll send Ping forward. Skierce presses ahead. Flores turns over for Ping. Ping back for Flores. Flores tries to cross it in right to the foot. Not past Aiden McFadden. Colin Smith. Smith working forward, got two defenders in front of him. Smith, low cross into the middle, nobody there. Isaiah Ramirez on the edge of the 18. Ramirez going to cross it in, looking for Gunnar. Nearly got to him. And it looks like it will be a corner. Gunnar caught more of the defender than he did the ball.
Yeah, Studenhoff holding that head. Nearly connected on that ball from Isaiah Ramirez. Really well-weighted cross on the youngster. Phoenix still desperately clawing to try to find something here in the closing minutes.
First goal scorer, Mukwele Akale. His night will end as Akale actually motioning for the physio to come out and take a look at McFadden. It must have been McFadden who took the head of Gunnar behind him. Actually got some blood, looks like, on the kit. And McFadden certainly. So it looks like it's going to be McFadden coming off. So that's how McFadden's night will end. Bloodied, battered, bruised, but his team 2-0 up. Cross in, headed up, and a foul inside the box. Quincy Huerman, he'll be the man that comes on for McFadden.
Yeah, now Lou City trying to sort of reorganize here on the fly. Miguel Jr. then popping up in the middle of the back line, really on the right side of that trio. A role that he's played a little bit so far this season, a converted midfielder. Not the substitution plan that Simon Bird wanted to go with there, but prioritizing keeping all 11 on the field.
5 minutes of stoppage time, barring something changing. 3 points will snap the 5-match winless run for Louisville City. They will continue as a club. They have never got to 6 consecutive. 20 points on the year will shoot them up to second place in the East, only trailing championship leading Tampa Bay Rowdies. Been phenomenal this season, the only unbeaten team left. 8 wins, 4 draws, 28 points for the team down in Tampa Bay. Phoenix will hold firm where they are, still 16 points, 4, 4, and 4. And right in the thick, a gaggle of teams in the West. Right around that, you got Oakland, Phoenix, Tulsa with 16, El Paso 15, New Mexico with 14. So a lot still to play. So we're through 12 matches in the season.
Yeah, and the next 4 games for Phoenix in regular season play, all against Western Conference foes. Those games are going to matter a lot when it comes to the final standings.
They'll hit the road on Saturday, a 3-match week for them, as Ramirez takes a touch from behind. They will go to El Paso. Big match for Phoenix Rising as they look to stay ahead of their Western Conference foes. Louisville City, they'll return home. They'll face Brooklyn FC. Second meeting between those two this season. Sacco unable to get that ball as Dia presses it high into the sky. As Boyd just floats it up, it'll be a throw to Louisville. And we'll get the ball. Well, Joe, last few minutes kind of tick away here. Thoughts on this match from both of these two sides? I think certainly got to see the class that Louisville City is and that they have on the pitch at any given time.
Yeah, it takes them so little time to turn it on. You saw it on the Akale goal in the first strike for Lou City, and then Zach Duncan just gliding so effortlessly through for this team. It does seem to me that Simon Bird is starting to hit some of the right buttons, really defensive tonight. Very comfortable posture for Lou City. Didn't leave them open in transition, which is where they've struggled a little bit this year. We saw basically all of what makes this Lou City team special. So much quality in so many different lines of the field, and it does not surprise me whatsoever to see them back in the win column and breaking that oh-so-rare winless run in league play. And then for Phoenix, this is a rising team that is maybe inching closer to full form, but every time they do that, they seem to lose a piece. Opavievu goes down before that cup game to New Mexico United. You see Damian Rivera get the start tonight, but he's not fit enough to go the full 90 as he works his way back from injury, getting just his first start since August. This is a rising team that cannot seem to have all the bodies they want on the field together, and I think that showed tonight.
Akale presses forward as the defense tries to scurry back for Phoenix. Akale will just hold it up and let these a little more time tick away. Yeah, you are right. It does seem to be for Phoenix as Akale works his way around. Gives it off. Louisville City might not be content with just the 2. But it does seem that way for Phoenix. It seems like as the way the season's gone, it's 2 steps forward and then 1 step back.
Yeah, I mean, certainly you think about the attacking setup tonight. Colin Smith does provide some defensive benefits playing as that right winger, and that's helpful against a Lou City team with as much quality as there is in that roster. But he doesn't quite give you the same verve going forward that you might get from a Sacco. And if Juan Carvajal or Dom Baji is healthy up top, maybe can move Sacco out to that right side. If Rivera can go the full 90, that changes the attacking balance as well. If Avievu is healthy and fit, that changes things. Certainly every team in this league deals with injuries, but Phoenix continues to go through it. And I think the lack of balance in the attack ended up really biting Phoenix tonight.
Sean Mee gets a toe to it. Final 30 or so seconds. Continue to roll along in Phoenix. That ball too tall for Gunnar. Colin Smith will take it. Smith, low cross as Fondez will fall on top of it. Have to imagine this will be the last bit of action tonight, as Fondez won't even need to. It's a 2-0 victory. Louisville City will pick up the 3 points on the road against a Western Conference foe, and Phoenix's unbeaten start at home comes to an end. See the class from one of the best teams in the championship. Well, we're going to wrap things up. We're going to do the same on the pitch. Don't go anywhere. We got the Carvana post-match report. We'll have the highlights and stats and close it all up for you when we come back.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on making the most craveable chicken finger meals, getting them right every time. That's why we hand batter every chicken finger, Mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, salt every fry, squeeze every lemon, and brew every ounce. We do this inside every Raising Cane's, every day. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Are you okay? You seem upset. Turns out you were right. Our car was breaking down and we did need a new one with a loan from America First Credit Union. Me saying there was no hurry and to wait was wrong. Hey, on the bright side, we got to meet Huey.
Get your money working with our low-rate auto loans. Now, with no payments for 90 days.
There's a big deal going on at Whataburger. Like the new Big Ranch Wrap. A crispy chicken strip, buttermilk ranch, cheese, and fresh veggies in a warm tortilla. Or go bigger with 5 premium Whata chicken bites. Or go bigger than big with our Bacon Cheese Whataburger Jr. with fresh 100% beef and melty cheese. Make it even bigger with fries and a drink for a little more. Now that's a big deal. The Whata deal, now at What a Burger. Download the app.
It looked like it was...
Full-time, 2-0. Louisville City comes away with the 3 points in Phoenix tonight as they get and end a 5-match winless run. Said it plenty tonight, Joe. I think it's just astounding to continue to say it. But no longer. The home unbeaten run for Phoenix Rising is snapped. We'll give you tonight's highlights presented by Gila River Resorts and Casinos. There was a first half that really went back and forth. There were opportunities both ways, but the goalkeepers came up big in the first 45.
Yeah, certainly chances. Not a ton of high-quality chances outside of maybe the couple of Phoenix Rising dead ball looks and certainly the header from Chris Donovan. And not a ton of real clear-cut looks that either team enjoyed. It was sort of back-and-forth affair in that first half until Lou City broke it open in the second.
Big save by Danny Fondes. He had a couple of them tonight. Isan Sacco had some looks. He leads the team with 8 goals. He was tied for the lead for the Golden Boot race. Unable to find one tonight. Go to the second half. And Louisville City, this is where they kind of turned it on. Mukwele Akale. 3 goals now in his career against Phoenix Rising. A couple of them game winners.
And there's just a lot of space for Akale there against a recovering Phoenix back line. But it's Zach Duncan who grabs the second goal with the assist there on Akale's strike. Such an effective ball carrier out of central midfield. It was Duncan who really dominated the second half.
Speaking of Zach Duncan, here it is. Quick little touch. Duncan, way too much room, and slots it home past Rakowski.
Yeah, so comfortable going box to box. Zach Duncan, you can see the joy on the Australian's face as well before he goes over and plays a little golf by the corner flag. Lou City so effective in their quick transition attacks tonight.
That's a birdie. Little par 3 for him. 2-0. All right, I'll stop. Here's your final stats for the night. 2-0, obviously, the score line. 17 shots to 10 for Louisville City. The possession numbers wildly in favor of Phoenix Rising, but they just couldn't convert the chances.
Yeah, Phoenix had a lot of looks on goal, but again, not a lot of high-quality looks, and that's partially a credit, undoubtedly, to Louisville City. Sort of back to basics tonight for Simon Bird's team, sitting so deep inside their own third. Ended up being very, very effective in that approach.
Well, that'll do it. Phoenix Rising, they'll hit the road. They go to El Paso on Saturday, a big match in the Western Conference. Over on their side, Louisville City returns home to face Brooklyn FC. For my partner, Joe Lowry, and our entire crew here, my name is Killian McClatchy. I want to thank you for joining us here tonight. Joe, we'll miss you in the next match back here.